Nam Harikosa here, Master Numerologist of the Cosmos with the November 2010 Universal Cycle Forecast. It's what's happening on planet Earth at this time. Okay, November is a time of restless frustration that is longing to break free into a new and creative passion. We want change and we want it now. The intensity of our emotions will tempt us to consider bold and potentially risky action, so give yourself time to consider the consequence before signing on the dotted line. Hastily setting things in stone will have you feeling even more trapped and at odds with the world. Number 5 is at play in the sublayers of the month, and 5 brings an impetuous spirit which likes to throw caution to the wind and wake up the neighbors. You can take off in new directions, just remember to bring a compass. Endurance is a key factor, so pace yourself on every level as you look towards the finish line of 2010. As accelerated as life may be, it's the tortoise that's going to win this one and not the rabbit. Keep your own stride and rhythm. Don't get distracted into running someone else's race. Communication is slippery throughout the month, and one of the most outstanding symptoms of this is that people will have a difficult time committing to anything. If you're organizing a holiday meal and ask someone to make the cranberry sauce, you may get the reply, I'm not really sure about that, I'll have to get back to you later. Don't take their inability to commit personally. It simply means they're overwhelmed and trying to avoid an unwanted obligation. Emotions of feeling trapped or restricted will be running high, so try not to trigger a person's fight or flight response. Some people will resort to telling lies just to cover themselves or survive the moment. So use your intuition to filter their communication, and this will help you separate the wheat from the chaff. When stressed, people typically over or under project their energy and frequency of their voice when they know they can't really come through. Train yourself to be able to read between the lines. There is often more information in the unspoken than what is actually being said. People will be maneuvering for power, and similar to the shifting of the tectonic plates of the earth, this experience will be unsettling for those who are in the way of the seismic waves. The expression bull in a china shop applies to the surge of frustrated energy in November. Looking to solutions, the matadors of Spain were masters at outmaneuvering the raging bull. By keeping calm and balanced and through the art of distraction, they could shift the bull's focus and remain unscathed. It is unlikely there will be an actual bull you will have to confront. However, it is interesting to note that much of our descriptive language comes from the behavior of animals, hence the expression, he or she is a bully. Children are particularly vulnerable to acting out or receiving this type of behavior, and the root of it is often in what they mimic from their parents. If you have a child, take time to notice how they are feeling and if they're doing well emotionally. Children born in the year 2000 and beyond are of a more sensitive spiritual psyche than before the change of the millennium. They have come here to become a direct working part in the peaceful unfolding of humanity. Our own inner child will like to come out and play at this time, and as adults we often lose the connection to play, which creates an imbalance in our mental landscape. Many of the deep emotional fissures of sadness and depression we sometimes slip into can be avoided by engaging in something playful and creative. Most indigenous cultures recognize the need for play and include music and dance as part of their lifestyle. In the film classic Titanic, Jack's character is invited to a formal dinner after he has so graciously saved the leading lady's life. The dinner party is composed mostly of a stuffy and emotionally suffocating group of well-dressed people behaving within the rigid guidelines of a strict social structure. Just as he's about to leave the formal dining hall, Jack whispers into Kate Winslet's ear, "Want to go to a real party?" From there, he whisks her off to the steerage deck, where the fiddles are playing, the ale is splashing, and every man, woman, and child is on the dance floor, flinging themselves to the Irish jig. Now she's having the time of her life that she never knew existed. We all need this kind of experience from time to time. Reconnecting with the spark and magic of life is an essential part of the human experience. No matter what your circumstances are, make a plan this Thanksgiving to participate in a holiday gathering and gut up and bring that cranberry sauce. Involve yourself with others socially or find a way to be of service to those in need. Quoting a lyric of Pink Floyd in their classic Dark Side of the Moon album, the lead singer says, "Hanging on in silent desperation is the English way." Shift away from the internal darkness where you imagine that you're the only one who feels this bad into a lighter and more inclusive space of joy and camaraderie. In the words of the Sufi saint Hafiz, we can remember, ever since happiness heard your name, it has been running down the streets trying to find you.